Hey guys, Dom here, and welcome to the Outer Worlds. That's right, Obsidian's brand new sci-fi epic is finally here, which fully released last Friday just under a week ago. Now, as I previously mentioned in previous videos, I wasn't one of the lucky few who got their hands on the Outer Worlds early, but oh boy, honestly, I didn't mind waiting for this one. Seeing all of my pals cover this game in those few short days before release and hearing what they had to say and show really set my expectations sky high. So since release, I am actually currently sat on around 10 to 12 hours worth of experience with the Outer Worlds, which I thought would be a great place to give you all some of my honest impressions and thoughts with the Outer Worlds. And maybe this video could help sway people to pick up this game or not. Now, for those of you who haven't been following this game, the Outer Worlds is a brand new sci-fi RPG made by the infamous Obsidian Entertainment, the creative studio behind one of Fallout's most treasured entries, Fallout New Vegas. So as soon as the game was announced, people were, rightly so, excited and hyped for this brand new and yet somewhat familiar callback to those older Fallout style games. But with recent, let's say, disappointing decisions by recent Fallout entries, I for one was very wary to see if we'd ever truly experience a game like Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 again. And I was relying on this idea of revisiting that style with the Outer Worlds. Now, the few days up until release, I didn't really watch that much coverage on the Outer Worlds, as I wanted to dive in and see what Obsidian had to offer firsthand. Now, since I've started my adventures within the Outer Worlds, I've received a ton of personal messages and texts either from some of you guys or personal friends of mine, all asking the same question: what is the Outer Worlds like, and should I pick this game up? And the responses to that is, if you love everything about Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and you miss the glory days of Fallout and those older styled RPGs, then you must pick up the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds is everything we ever wanted from an RPG of this style, or in quotes, a sequel to Fallout New Vegas. And my official statement on the Outer Worlds is this game is what Fallout should have become, and the direction Bethesda should have followed with Fallout. Now, while the Outer Worlds truly relives those glory days, there are some differences between, let's say, Fallout New Vegas and this brand new IP. Firstly, the game isn't open world. Now, while this is the case, the game explores these huge sandboxes, and honestly, while they do say that this game truly isn't open, it still feels like it is. As I've previously mentioned, I've only played 12 hours of the Outer Worlds so far, and I'm pretty sure I have not yet discovered everything I can in the game's first location, the Emerald Vale. So don't be discouraged when you first hear that this game is an open world. This also helped Obsidian fully flesh out the worlds within this game. There is literally a quest or some unique item or wacky NPC behind every corner of this game. So be sure to explore every inch of every location before moving on. Now, another giant callback to older Fallout RPGs is the game's characters and the writing within this game. And honestly, the dialogue in this game is, in my eyes, and actually, to come to think about it, the industry's eyes, a massive success. I never thought it could be so, but I mean this when I say that every quest I've either completed or started is completely unique from one another. Not only that, but you can complete or abandon these quests in whatever manner you so choose. I mean, you could even go ahead and kill the quest giver if you so choose to. Of course, every action within this game has a subsequent reaction, and you can actually gain a reputation depending on your actions. Again, a great callback to Fallout New Vegas with its reputation system. I know, right? Player choice. Something we haven't had in a long time, right? Anyway, the writing in this game is so good. The humor, the tragedy, the complexity of each NPC really feels like you're not just speaking to some coded NPC, but a real person with real emotions and real problems in their day-to-day life. The combat within the Outer Worlds is also quite fluent. They've really improved the combat since Fallout New Vegas. Although there is no third-person option within this game, and to me, I would have liked to see my character outside of the menus within this game, but honestly, I do understand they didn't have the full resources to give us everything we wanted within the Outer Worlds, seeing as this game only is a AA title and not a AAA release. But again, don't let that fool you, as to be honest, this is actually the best game to come out this year. Hell, crap, this is probably one of the best RPGs to come out in the last few years. So don't let that title fool you, as this does again feel like a AAA release. There are also moments within this game that instantly take you back to the older Fallout titles, with a plethora of ways you can complete each quest or each storyline. For example, without giving anything away, at the end of one of the first quest lines, you have to make a huge choice whether or not to help one of these two communities. And let's just say it this way, it's a megaton situation. And oh my god, I love that. I mean, that kind of creativity with a quest line really took me back to Fallout 3. And I cherish that Obsidian is bringing this kind of quest design back into the fold. It's these type of quest lines that really stick in my mind and make me want to go back for another playthrough to see how things would have panned out if I had chosen another way. Quests like this really matter regarding who you are within the Outer Worlds. No grey area bull, really defining the type of person you are within this world. I mean, the amount of choice leaning into the person you could become within the Outer Worlds is almost Telltale style. People remember the choices you make within these worlds, and it can even go so far as to make companions leave your side and despise the choices you've made and who you have become. I want to put it this way actually. The Outer Worlds to me is a game I cannot stop thinking about. It's a feeling I haven't felt since Fallout 4 back in 2015, and earlier than that, Skyrim in 2011. It's a game I can see myself playing for years on end. A game I can lose myself within for hours on end. But unlike Fallout 4 or unlike Skyrim, the Outer Worlds feels like a childhood cartoon, full of nostalgia. You may not have watched that cartoon for years, but as soon as you hear that intro theme, it takes you right back to that special place. Another way to actually put it is the Outer Worlds is the member berries of gaming. Although it's a brand new game, you feel comfortable, you feel at home. Now, the last things I'll say about the Outer Worlds is the game's locations and environments. To me, these environments look stunning. I simply love the look of this game. I mean, I'll be honest, when I saw the trailers and gameplay footage from this game, I thought, it looks okay. It's very stylized, but I wasn't really expecting the true beauty of these locations. I mean, it's a game I definitely want the art book for, or some artwork at least. I definitely need to own some. I just love the aesthetics of these locations. So well done, Obsidian. Another thing that stuck out to me is how detailed the NPCs actually are within this game, with impressive lip syncing and facial expressions. Again, another thing that adds a level of believability to these characters. So there we have it. That was my first impressions of the Outer Worlds. Again, if you love and miss those older Fallout titles, this is an absolute must buy. Obsidian have done an amazing job, and now Obsidian actually have the resources of Microsoft. I cannot wait to see where this franchise goes in the future. So what do you guys think? Have you picked up the Outer Worlds? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below. Best ones get featured in the credits of these videos. Also, gain some good karma and consider supporting the channel on Patreon. And if you liked this video, hit that on that like and subscribe button, and as always,
it's not just a show, it's JustDom show.